Hey, Mickey Barfield with Polyhedral Knights. We're going to talk about how characters can do combat and also resolve skills. So sit back and watch, and hopefully this will answer your questions. So we have a combat situation here where we have our character. This is a die we made. If you are watching any of the videos I make, there's a previous one where we talked about making this character as a die, snake person, a pilot. We're going to name this one here Moxu. And behind her is this NPC ally, Anton. Now, he won't be as good as she is. Most NPCs, or at least the no-name ones, just have lesser points, but that'll be covered more in the books. So for her, we're going to roll for initiative here. She's in this kind of warehouse type place here. We got all kinds of stuff here, like control panel here, some boxes back there, some little processing station here, and she's facing off against the King's Royal Guard, this guy right here, okay, and some security robot here, okay. So, I mean, they're decent, formidable foes, so nothing to scoff at. And what we want to do, of course, is start off with initiative. So typically what you do is you're going to roll a d10, roll that. I'll roll for her first, and I got a 9, which is pretty darn good. And you're going to add it to her reaction. Her reaction is a 16, which is real good. So she has a 9 plus 16, making her a 25. Really good. So we're going to roll for the Royal Guard here. Now the Royal Guard has an 11 plus a 4. It's going to be a 15. He goes on. The robot has an 11 also. I rolled an 8. So he goes on an 18. And finally Anton, he has a 13. So this guy back here, not sure if you can see him or not. And I rolled a 3. I said 13? Yeah, so 16. So Moxu is still the highest. She goes first. In this case here, she doesn't want to roll up and engage in them close combat. She's going to stay right here using some partial cover. And she's going to fire probably at the Royal Guard. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take her ranged combat, and her ranged combat is a 16. Pretty darn good. Roll a d24. Now there's no modifiers here for, he has no cover here, so it's not a problem for her. She hasn't moved. There are different attack modifiers which will be covered in the book, as well as a printable GM screen that you can use. So in this case here, she has no modifiers. She hasn't moved, nothing like that. I roll, and you got 16 or below. And I rolled a 6. Okay, well, 6. And she's firing with a plasma pistol. Now, plasma pistol does have a rate of fire of 2, has a recoil of 1, meaning I can roll again. And so what I'll do is I'll take 16 minus recoil of 1. I have to get 15 or below. And I got a cocked dice. Let's roll again. And I got an 11. So bam, she hit twice. Boom, boom. Not too shabby. So damage on this here is going to be 2 die 8. So we have 2 die 8, and it has an armor piercing of 2. Now, they have Knight's basic armor, which provides 4 points of DR. So with armor piercing 2 means he only gets 2 points of armor. And I rolled an 8. Okay. So instead of 8 minus 2, because of the remainder of the armor, means he takes 6. Now normally this guy here, he has 22 hit points. So he took 6, he is now down to 16. So he's hurt off that first shot there. Second shot did hit, so we're gonna roll again, okay? So, I got a whopping 3. That sucks. Now, let's go ahead and use this time to talk about luck. So on the characters, they have luck they can use, at least the NPC, or player characters. And in a situation like this, I can spend after luck, I can spend a point for luck to say, you know what, I wanna roll in the critical hit table, meaning I'm turning this into a critical hit, okay, which is pretty powerful. But Moxie only has 4, so you know, use them or lose them. So she's using it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll on a d10 on the critical hit table, and I got a whopping 3, meaning if I consult the chart here, target takes plus 5 damage, and they lose their next turn, which is pretty helpful. Not likely to kill him, but at least he's out of the combat for 1 turn, which is helpful for her. So he took 4 plus 5, making it 8. Now, we established already they have armor piercing of 2 on his armor normally of 4, making it a 2. So the 8 now becomes a 6. So he took 6 more. He is now down to 10 hit points. And he's going to be missing his turn. So I'm going to put this little dice here next to him so we know that, hey, he's out for that turn. So next person to go on turn order is the robot. Robot's going to go. And the robot is going to fire back at Moxu. Now Moxu does have partial cover, meaning he suffers a -3 to his attack. Now for the robot, for range, normally it's 14 for him, okay? Meaning now he has an 11 or below on a d24. So we're going to roll that. And he is firing with a kinetic pistol, which is built into his arm. He can fire twice, but it's a recoil -2, okay? So again, we have a range 14 -3 because of her cover, make it 11. So 11 normally for the first shot. And I rolled a 23, miss. Okay, so now recoil -2, he has to get a 9 or below. I got 17, so he just bam bam misses. Kind of sucks, but he's a minor NPC, just a robot, okay? So we go on to Anton, her ally. He is going to move up here. He's got about enough movement there. I think normally he would have a 7 or 8, which is clearly enough space here. He'll try and take some cover here, and he's going to fire at the knight, trying to finish him off. So he did a movement, okay, and it was more than half his move, meaning he suffers a penalty now. Because he did a more than half move, is considered a full move, means he's -5 to his attack, okay? Now he's got a 15, so -5 is going to be 10 or below. Not great odds, but, you know, it could be worse things. He also has a plasma pistol, too. 10 or below, and I got a 5. Bam, he hit. He was going to fire twice, and for a plasma pistol, it's -1, so has got 9 or below. Didn't get the second one. So the first shot hits, and it's going to be a 5 points of damage. We established already that the plasma pistols have armor piercing 2. He has armor of 4, so it means he only has protection of 2. That kills that, means he only takes 3 points of damage. Hey, 3 points of damage is 3 points of damage. So he's now down to 7 hit points. He's hurt. And he's already gone, and the guard would go normally, but he misses his turn, so he is done. Okay? New turn. So we're going to keep the same initiative and make it easy. Moxu goes first. And she's feeling pretty confident. She's going to fire at him once and then fire at him the second shot. Okay. Now, she has a 16 we established already. She's still got cover. Hasn't moved at all. He hasn't moved at all. So we're looking at a 16 or below. 19. Okay. That's not great. Now, we're going to cover how luck is also used. Luck, and the other way you can use it is post-roll. You can use this to give yourself a bonus of 6 in your favor on a roll. In this case here, she needed a 16. That +6 is going to help hit. So that shot hits. Okay? Now, second shot. It's a recoil -1, so she has to get 15 or below for the robot. And 7, she hits. She's on fire today. So, gonna roll damage for this. Plasma pistol is 2d8, armor piercing 2, means he has only 2 points protection. And that's an 8 + 3 is 11, -2 is 9. He only had 7. He is dead. Nice work. Okay, and now the second shot to the robot, and this is his first time getting hit, is going to be nice. 8 + 3, or 5 is 13, and he has armor piercing, or armor of 4. She has armor piercing 2, just like he did there, so it is 2 points protection, so that 13 becomes an 11. That robot is already halfway hurt. Not too shabby. Now the robot gets to go. And the robot is going to fire twice with the kinetic pistol. We established before he's got a 15, or let me see, my bad. Range of 14, or range for 14, -5, -3. I am sorry, I can't do math today. So he has a range of 14 -3 for her cover. It's going to be 11 or below. Okay, 11 or below, just missed. And the second shot's a recoil 2 for a kinetic, so 9 or below, and hit. Did not hit. Now let's say, for example, just for shits and giggles, we're going to say he hit. Okay, so I'm going to show you one other thing here. Okay, so he hit with 1 shot. Now a kinetic pistol does 2d6 damage. So we'll take the 2d6, roll it, and okay, so that's 6 points of damage. But let's say, for example, it was full damage, so 12 points. That's a lot to her. She doesn't want to take that. The other way you can spend luck is you can actually spend this after you've been hit and after they've made that roll to cut your damage in half. So she can take that 12 and turn it into a 6. And she already has armor of flak armor, 3 points, so that makes it 3. So she just gets nicked. Not too bad. She spent her 3rd point of luck, meaning she has 1 point of luck left. And so far the combat's going pretty good for her. So, robot went. Now Anton gets to go. Anton is going to fire twice at him, and he has not moved, so he's stationary. He's still out in the open, so he has to get a 15 or below. Miss and miss. So Anton, well, he's an NPC, but not too bad. Still missed, but you get the general idea how game is done as far as combat in this game. As far as abilities, it's not too far off from that, okay? So if I'm making a skill roll, let's say for athletics, and she is trying to leap over a small chasm there that's achievable, we'll say. Her athletics is a 15, so if I have to roll a 15 or below, I would roll this, and I got a 4, it means she jumps over it, no problem. But let's say, for example, in this scenario here, we rewind things a little bit, and she's sneaking into here, okay, and there's this, security robot right here. Now this is going to turn into a contest of her stealth versus his perception. Let's say she's sneaking around. She is now using her stealth versus his perception. Her stealth is a 14, okay? So I got to roll 14 or below. 4. She gets it. Now, had she got a 14, that would have been a critical success. In this game, if you roll your exact number on the number, that's a critical success. But in a contest where you're you versus them, you want to roll under, but you want to get as high as you can to your target number. Meaning she got it, but she didn't get it quite as well as maybe he might. Now, we got to roll for him still yet. His perception is a 12. It's about a 50-50 chance here. He got 15, means he missed it, so she succeeds. Now, in this case here, had he rolled a 4, she would have done better than him. Let's say 2. She would have done better than him because she got higher than he did, but he got it, but he got lower. So it means she got the contest. Hopefully that makes sense to you. There are much more detailed things in the game that I think you'll find interesting. Critical hits and our critical misses are on a fun little interesting table, and if we make our stretch goal, we'll be introducing our fate deck for the heroes and the villains that they can actually use the game. At the beginning of the game, you spend your luck, and you can spend up to 1 or 2 points to get one of these cards, and these are positive things that they can do. Now the GM for each of the players gets 1 card, so if there you have 4 players in your game that session, he gets 4 villain fate cards, which means he can use them for any villains, even some goons like him. Kind of stymie the heroes in some scenario or situation there. And same for the heroes, they can use that to stymie the bad guys or help out with the situation. Your abilities are quite handy in this game here, but they kind of tell how good you are at anything from physical to mental, all kinds of things. And ship combat is not too far off. You'll find that if you can grasp this, you can grasp our ship combat. It's fast, it's fun, and it keeps the game flowing. Hopefully this answers some questions. If you have any more, just hit me up and I'm happy to answer them. Thanks for your support. Have a good day.